Hello again, this is Zephyr, and we're going to be continuing Halls of Torment, the starting over series, where I have deleted my save file and started over to show the new balance patch and some of the characters as they currently are from a episode to episode run. So I'm not doing anything in between so far. I'm trying to unlock something new every time so that I'm not repeating characters if I can do so. And levels too. So last time we played the Shield Maiden. We got to the point where we were literally walking through enemies and killing them because we were that tanky. We got a couple achievements for taking damage and blocking damage and whatnot. And this time we're going to be doing the Sorceress. She has really low base health, no defense, high block strength, which is, semi-random there. But really good movement speed. Her attack is a chain lightning that has 2 bolts and then chains 3 times. I think it used to be 3 bolts that chained 3 times, but I might be wrong on that. She now has a 50% chance to cause Spark, which is the new name for the lightning effect. I think it was previously called Electrify or something like that. She does pretty good damage. She attacks kind of slow. But she has a really good crit and really low crit bonus. Crit chance is high, but the crit bonus is low. So crit bonus. I said this wrong in the previous episode. The crit bonus does not include the base damage. It is not the crit multiplier. It is the crit bonus. So that means her attack would deal plus 100%. So this deals, so last episode I was talking about this. This deals 500% on crit. As you do, the normal damage on top of the crit bonus. Anyways. That aside, she does have high spark chance. She has high crit chance. She has pretty good damage, but the Iron Ring is not going to be very good on her. And the Echoing Band, which we found last episode, does not work at all on her Chain Lightning, although it would work if she went something like Ring Blades or the Needles or something. She gets base damage on her primary attack. She gets base crit chance on her primary attack. So at level 100, she would have a 63% chance to crit. That's actually pretty insane. But it's only on Chain Lightning. It does not affect Global. Block Strength goes up, and Spark Damage also goes up, which means she is good with the Kugel Blitz and the Lightning Strikes abilities, naturally. But only for specifically a Spark Damage build. She probably has traits, though, for Lightning Damage. We're going to just do all of our defaults here. This is still good for the base damage because we have nothing else. She is a high block strength hero. But base defense might be good too. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the base defense here, just in case. So 10 base defense would probably put us around 10 or 15 damage reduction. Something like that. I think I know it's a diminishing returns formula of some form. Around, I think, 50 defense is something like 60% damage reduction, something like that. I can't see it here, so we'll just get started. Since I'm not going to buy this Echoing Band for her, we will save that money and use it somewhere else. Now, she has really low health, so this health bonus might be useful somewhere else. Health regen might be good. Defense is not great. We could do extra block strength for pretty cheap. That's only 1,600 to get to level 2. She has really high movement speed. We have some movement speed on her helmet and her amulet right now. Pickup range is a cheaper upgrade, so we can max that out for 5,000 extra. 10% damage bonus, but it's really expensive. And we can't really go any higher on that either, the attack speed bonus. I'm going to do attack range. And let's see. Can we get something? Maybe pickup range, because we're not going to be as close to enemies, maybe. And some burn damage. Oh, we're just 100 short. We don't need that defense. We'll do some burn damage. Yeah, those aren't going to really buy much. This is a percentage defense bonus. It's not really going to do much there. Is there anything else I can spend it on? If I refund that, maybe. If I had 300 more gold, I could maybe do that. Yeah, let's do that. Area and projectile size. This increases the kind of width of the cone of your abilities. I don't know how useful it is on her. I think the width of her cone is like 1 or 2 degrees. So it's not exactly huge. Oh boy, we unlocked the Frozen Depths last run. This is gonna suck. We're probably gonna die. But I have to do it. We unlocked it. I have to do it next run. Because wouldn't that be something you would do if you unlocked a new level? You'd immediately go in, right? I mean, am I the odd one out that wouldn't go into the portal? In a video game. If I see a portal in real life, I'm running the other direction. So this symbol is broken, but it means that she is very strong on block strength. Yeah, let's do crit chance. And damage. So unlike a lot of the other characters who might be benefited by kind of just auto-aim, I do find this character, especially with lesser enemies, just do some movement speed, stay fast. This character does benefit from, because she has such a narrow cone, she's literally just shooting straight forward. And she has no multi-shot or real true cone. You might want to manually attack with her more so. You notice that her attack is... It's long range, but it's not great. Because you can kind of sort of miss if you're just kind of not paying attention. Now, the character will target the closest thing to them, but since it is something you want to chain through, 3 chains, 2 attacks, you really want to hit 2 targets every time if you can. It doesn't have to be a straight line. It does have to be some form of mob, though. I'm going to move to the left if I don't get caught on the wall. Force, the utility stat, Force will increase your chains. Wow, those are all pretty bad. I probably should have re-rolled there for like attack speed or something. Ah. If you haven't seen it, we have a gold slime here. I don't think I can kill him. And he stopped being golden and ran away. If you kill them quickly, I think they drop something like 50 gold in total. Nothing too crazy. We are getting really pinned here. You can break these and do ice damage. I do truly expect to die on this run. because this area is just as much a jump in difficulty as the aqueduct, in my opinion. And that's pretty common. Should it be as much of a jump? Debatable. Is it bad? I don't think so. Because each level is kind of consistent being a harder jump, I think after... You know, the second area is kind of rough. I'm going to let it auto-target here a little bit more. Second area is pretty rough, but you're usually probably going to have an understanding of... like how to handle the game a little bit more each time you do it. So each one being a little bit more difficult means that you're growing as a player, not just as, you know, a character, but you're also growing as a character too, on your blessings and such. These are terrible. There we go. Like, I don't mind some crit, but I need those early values a little bit more. Let's take block strength, because we are taking some hits. And this crystal is really getting in my way. I get that that's kind of its purpose, but... Dang. I'm going to take some thick hide here. It keeps wanting to give it to me, so I'm just going to do it. We're going to start dealing with enemies that are absolutely insanely powerful here. Let's do Flame Strike. I know Flame Strike is absolutely broken in melee range, so let's just do it. We can just kill 1 or 2 enemies at a time with Flame Strike. We will help the snowball move down the mountain, I guess. Create an avalanche. So, just an update on the channel. I am still working through Grandia. I have just the final boss. I have some videos that are coming out. They're edited. They're ready. I've got some real-life things that are going to be in the way. So, I may not get all my 3 weekly videos out. We'll see. It might be difficult. But hopefully I can get them everything done. So I will continue this series. I was truly considering just restarting my old save and just kind of playing around on Agony. But not one, but 2 of you have kind of stated in some fashion that you like this series. So I will continue doing it. Glad that people are enjoying it. I don't get a lot of comments on my videos. I'm pretty small. So I definitely read every comment. I don't necessarily respond to every comment. There is a secret somewhere over here that it's trying to guide me towards. These little glisten things are guiding me towards something over there. Yeah, let's go for crit chance. Ooh, those guys charge. I don't remember these guys. Are these new? Has it just been that long since I played this level? Ooh, early multi-strike. Yeah, I'll take that. A note on multi-strike. It's cumulative in the sense of how your attacks work. Ooh, zigzag through that. As we have more and more enemies, I have relied more and more on the auto-targeting of the lightning strike, by the way. I'm going to take the health over and, yeah, the block strength over the actual movement speed. We're really pinned. We want to survive. Although this is good. I really wish I had more re-rolls. We will get more potions eventually, and because I have not been focusing on the meta progression of the potions as much as the meta progression of the worlds and the characters, you may want to focus more on that to benefit your runs better. So I'm showing both how to do this and how not to do this at the same time. Decide what you want. Let's go with Flame Strike attack speed. Because if we can get really close to this guy and keep him in our auto-targeting... Yeah, there we go. Some burn damage going. Interesting. We'll keep going with the elementals here. Yeah, I'll take burn damage. I'm going to have to take some of these other traits to get rid of them, though. We don't have banishment potions, so we are going to have to probably take the traits to make them disappear. I'm going to make these traits disappear. Okay, we'll just take the defensive one. I don't know that we need it at the moment. Best offense is or the best defense is offense. Really true in a lot of video games, but true in many ways in real life too. It is not uncommon, this is just a game design concept, it is not uncommon for defense to have some form of diminishing returns while offense does not. That's kind of true in real life. Even if it's inefficient and you probably shouldn't, you can probably always build a bigger explosive. Until, of course, we have some kind of weird technology like force shields or something that, you know, anti-kinetic weapons. But until then... yeah. Let's move on from that topic. But game design. Let's focus on the game design aspect of that topic. Unless you really want players to be able to, especially in a PvP situation, truly become these god tank type characters, you want damage to scale faster than defense. And that's pretty typically easy to do on accident. So for example, if an opponent has, in this case, block speed, or block damage, block effect, and defense, damage reduction, these are probably going to be diminishing returns or some form of some form of linear value. Whoa, get off my base. Why are you so aggressive? I am surprised that I didn't take any damage there. That was actually... Oh, there it is. I took some damage. Ah, base crit bonus. That's actually really strong on this class. Piercing Wind. I would rather Flame Strike do damage, so we'll take Quick Hands. Item pickup! Duelist Spark. These are both really good. So Duelist Spark is great for, strangely enough, the Archer, or any other ranged character, so that you can isolate an enemy and deal insane bonus damage. 50% is not as insane as it probably could be, considering some of the other items that you could wear. But it is pretty good. I've preferred mostly other amulets than this, and I would say that you have to kind of isolate your pickup range, which means that you can't use some other effects. And of course, you're not picking stuff up. So you'd want to diminish your pickup range from the blessings and banish it probably entirely from your traits. But since we already have attack speed gloves and we don't have... Well, we do have a the life charm. This is just boring. We already have that. We could have started with that. Give me another item. Oh, you gave me... Ooh, Blazing Emberfall. I will probably take Avalanche this run, too. But yeah, defense typically is kind of like a linear effective health percentage type EHP type formula. So defense commonly does not outpace offense, especially in PvP games like Diablo. Not Diablo. Wow. Dota. Starts with a D. But it's still kind of true of kind of Diablo games as well, where you need more and more defense to be valuable. And Diablo uses more of a dice roll, or older Diablos use more of a dice roll effect, armor class type style system. Okay, so Fire Strike is doing tons of work here. Fire Strike is definitely one of the strongest melee-focused abilities. And when I say melee-focused, it attacks in melee. You don't have to be melee to use it. We will focus on crit chance over spark damage. But damage commonly has multiple effects. So you might have more projectiles, such as in this game. You might have more attack speed, and you might have status effects. You might add or do more status effects. You're going to go for damage over effect chance. You're going to naturally multiply those numbers very, very consistently, even without trying as a designer. And this is why it's really easy, especially without like a forced soft cap, which technically even like Diablo 2 had forced soft caps, where attack speed and movement speed slowly took more and more to actually hit the next breakpoint because it was breakpoint based, threshold based. But because each character was threshold based, you also kind of could look up, after a while at least, the stats on those thresholds. Look at all that fire damage. Maybe we should be taking burn damage here. Blazing Emberfall is doing work. 100% I'm going to say we're doing way better on this run than I expected to. And it is probably entirely due to Flame Strike, but we're doing okay. Another trap. I'll call it a trap. Let's do burn chance here. I know it's on the secondary ability here, but maybe we'll get the flamethrower effect. I'm not sure if we unlocked that yet. We could do some spark chance. Range. Any game that has a, character range to it will commonly benefit ranged over melee. And the reason for that is because of engagement. So this was a thing when I was balancing Salt and Sanctuary for the enhanced update. A lot of the two-handed weapons are so good with their range that you can hit or you can even swing late and still hit because your hitbox, your damage hitbox, so to say, on the sword would hit the enemy and cancel out their animation, either because they died or because the sword or the hammer or something had enough stagger damage to knock them out of the hit. And most enemies don't have a whole lot of poise or stagger resistance in general in Souls or Salt games. Now, many of them do, but most of them probably don't have much. Bosses definitely do. Bosses have incredible poise defense. Usually. So you're not going to stagger them out with one hit, I should say. So you have this this advantage of range. You can cut range damage in half, and often still have an advantage on the range damage in a lot of games. It really depends on the game, obviously, and I'm going to be biased based on the types of games I play. So I'm finishing up the Grindia or Grindia run, and not sure that I have enough levels in East to pick that up. I'm not going to make that same mistake twice if I can. I should probably play a little bit more melee here. Just a tad. We don't need to be too close. We do need to be close enough. 2 scrolls right next to each other. And then there's a scroll down there we're still kind of heading towards. Because range damage naturally... I want attack speed on that. Do health. We don't have a whole lot of health. No, get off me. Go away. That'll take it out of the pool. I'm going to take the 5. Okay, we do have Dragon's Breath level 2. So I am going to... Or a level... I don't really want Heat Blast, but it's not bad. Counts as a physical attack now. Sure, we'll take some burn chance. I should probably pick up this scroll no matter what. I should probably just move on. I don't think we've used Frost Avalanche yet. Always try to use an ability when you have the chance to do so and it's not going to ruin your run. See if we can find some food. A little bit of food. Quick hands 5. Get that out of the pool. A little bit more food. We're definitely really low on health. We need to be playing extremely cautious. Hey, nothing guarding this. Great. Ah. Lightning ball. Gotta live up to being a sorceress. We gotta take all 3 elements here. Also, lightning. Like, I can't say no. Lightning ball is extremely good for shock. I don't think it does a whole lot of damage. Let me double check that. Attack speed 0.2. Was I reading attack speed wrong earlier? Maybe I was. 0.4 attacks per second. 0.2 attacks per second. No, that's right. My brain is... I'm stuck in this mentality where I keep reading attack speed as an interval of 0.2, which would mean 5 attacks per second. That's obviously not what it's saying, but that is how I'm reading it, and my brain cannot translate it for some reason today. Duration, no force updates. Okay. Where's its crit chance? Shockwave, spark chance on damage, 55%. So it has a really high spark chance. We've got a demonic mecha spider chasing us now. Yeah, we'll go with that. So now that we've gotten a ton of abilities, it's probably best to either break things to find a glove or to find the glove that is already on the ground. It's also good to break things right now because we want a potion. A little bit of potion, health, healing, whatever is good. We're finding like turkey legs or something, but cheese and turkey does not equal potion. Because those only give 5 health, and the potion, I believe, gives 50. It might give 10% even. I'll have to find a potion and find out. Also something to note, and I've said it in a few of my older videos, but ranged attacks in this game, actually all attacks in this game go through walls. The walls are only debilitating to your movement. So I can shoot through this wall and it's just fine. And there are a handful of enemies that can actually sit up on top of this ledge, which is, there we go, we got a glove. Pick up everything. Oh boy, let's just take parry. That's what I wanted. Elemental chance. See if we can get a frost damage elemental thing on this character. I think there's only 3 levels bulwark, so we can take that and get rid of it. But yeah, all your ranged projectiles and attacks and stuff, they can go through walls on this game. So these weird ghost angel stone statue things, they can go through these. They can be up here. And the burrowing, there was a burrower up there, can also just sit up there and shoot you. So, notes on some Frost Avalanche stuff. It is a sort of shockwave that goes in the middle non-cardinal directions. So, the 45th degree angle of the cardinal directions. It goes diagonally. There. I said it simply for once. So as you move through, you are best served to move in a way that the enemies are also in those angles. Whereas in a lot of other stuff will auto-target, like your Flame Strike, Dragon's Breath, whatnot. That is not going to auto-target. However, it goes for extremely long distances. See, it's still going. So it goes for about a screen and a half, maybe 2 screens. The lightning ball effect did have some bugs with it when using certain marks and stuff. The archer mark made it extremely broken. I do have a video of that. It was kind of just short-lived, though. I think they patched that out after just about 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe a little bit more. But I'm just going to walk through this entire group of people. The burn helmet might actually be pretty good here. So it makes our burn damage go higher for every enemy that is burning. However, as they die too quickly, I can't keep them burning very well. And then, of course, when they get ignited, they count as part of the group for burn. So. Both really effective and also very variable. I'm actually going to ignore this scroll and go towards the resource pickups. We are doing surprisingly well. But as you unlock things, you'll find your own rhythm. And you probably aren't going to just pick up every class once like I'm currently doing. So play what makes you feel happy. Do what makes you happy. But we're gonna go around this way. There's a health pickup over in that general direction. There it is. 51. So yeah, the health potions definitely do something. What do I want here? I guess I'll send that up. I was going to wear it as soon as we picked up all the green stuff. More range. Yeah, more attack speed. Even more range. Electrified. It's like a demon Wendigo following me right now. Cannot tank those hits. Up the left somewhere. Oh yeah, Frost Avalanche will also commonly break things, so watch out for that. I mean, Lightning Strikes and some other stuff will do that too. Just area of effect with large range will... Ooh, Quick Freeze. You can see it's now leaving frost patches on the ground, which will slow enemies down, which we probably enjoy right now. Pink salt. Why, hello there. We're just going to stand right next to you and watch you... What the... I don't recall that happening before. There's no second to that. I watch a lot of other small dev videos on YouTube, and one of the things that somebody was pointing out was feedback. There is currently no feedback when I right-click on something to see the alternate abilities. And there probably should be some form of feedback. Either to say there are none in some fashion, probably just a sound effect or a highlight effect. Something like that would probably be really good. So there's no secondary here. Another way to do that would be maybe even having an icon on the trait itself to show whether or not you can open it up, that there's more stuff to look at. Which would give you a feedback before you click the button, which I would actually say is also extremely good. Of course, I talked about in my last video, not everything is easily communicatable to a player. We come into gaming with a lot of prior knowledge. I am going to try to weave in and out of this. And so based on your prior knowledge and prior experiences, different icons might mean different things. So, or words or whatever else. But next time I level up, I'll kind of point out where I'm talking about. So like there's some arrows right now on class traits that are kind of confusing, strangely enough. They're meant to give more information there. So this is actually meaning that it is average. So there's bad, there's average, like, I think this might even be like below average. I think it's 30, 40, 50 or something, but maybe like 30, 50, 100 or something. But this is, I think, meant to mean like, this is an average trait. Or a lower trait. Whereas in, the higher traits are actually currently broken on my screen when you see them. But, a little icon here, or even like over on the side, so it's out of the way. That's like a little like hamburger type icon or a piece of paper type icon. Looks like a piece of paper with like some words on it. Might help to show that, yeah, this can be opened up and you can see the variance. And that would tell you before you click it that there are variants. And then when you do click it and there aren't variants, it probably should give you some kind of feedback. Maybe not too bright, but maybe just like a color here on the outline to show that you clicked it. See how it shines when you do click it and makes that thump sound? That's really good feedback for when you do select it, but you're not getting that when you're opening it up. There's no sound effect here when you're opening up, and there's no icons or anything to help you know that you're failing to open it up. I know it's like a small consideration. This is not something that makes or breaks a game, but it is something that definitely adds a lot of value when you're dealing with not just UI, but just gameplay experience. Yeah. Defeat the Elder Giant. Oh boy. All of these are really good. And I don't have a bucket because I already used my bucket. So we have low crit bonus. So the 50% is less effective probably than the crit chance. We have really high crit chance on this character. Also, that doesn't make a sound when you click it. It makes a sound only when it closes. There's sometimes a statement that I've heard talking about any project, but especially software projects, that the last like 10% or the last 5% of a project sometimes takes the most work or the most mental effort. And I think a lot of that comes down to polish. Games don't have to be AAA opinion, obviously, but games don't need to have AAA graphics to have polish to them. I'm not talking about visual appearance per se, as much as design standards. Being able to see at a glance certain effects or hear the differences between some things. We are taking damage. There's a lot of these, like, snake things. They only take damage when they pop up and hit you or spit at you, and they stay relatively far away. We never made it to the other green thing. I can't go that way. I will go this way. I don't know how close I can get to this person. I don't know what just happened there. I did something. The heart attacked it. A heart attack. Yeah. I gave them a heart attack, I guess. There's a lot of experience on the ground here. I think staying at this angle is putting a lot of frost on them. So there's like secret quests in each area. I don't know what they do completely. I haven't done them all. Most of my later experiences with this game have been completely streamed. Or not streamed, but videotaped. So this seems to have a cooldown of some sort. And every time it beats, it seems to stun the boss. And bosses will... And all enemies, but especially bosses will... yeah, so it stuns it every so often there. I'm busy. I'm looking for something. Leave me alone, boss. Every time the heart beats, it gets stunned, which makes it harder, I guess, for it to catch up, maybe. There we go. Now we can grab this. Ooh, we blocked that. Oh geez. Oh geez. Let's walk away from that. I liked it when we were staying our distance from you. That seemed to work a little bit better. I would like to find a breakable object really badly right now, and I think they're all gone. I don't think you can get breakables after the boss spawns. You can get regular minions, but they don't drop experience anymore. Woo! I'm not sure we can beat this boss. I am very scared. 15 health. I got hit by that. That's what I got hit by. Are you kidding me? Ah, okay. Well, look at all the achievements we got. Look at all these quests. Good stuff. Meteor Strike. There we go. We got some new stuff. Let's see here. Hey, we did it. We got a new character for next video. That's what I'm talking about. Got the Ring of Thunder unlocked. Piercing Wind 2. Piercing Wind is the crit bonus. A lot of these are just gold rewards. Unlocks the Chambers of Dissonance. We unlocked the hardest room. And we unlocked the next character class, the Beast Huntress. We also unlocked the Norseman. Beautiful, beautiful run. And Blessing of Spark Damage, Arcane Rift, Voltage and Discharge, Electrostatic Treads, Gauntlets, Ring of Thunder. So that's 3 lightning abilities and a fire, or 3 lightning items. A lightning ability and a fire ability and 2 classes. Very good run. Our gold here is not great. I wish it was higher. Torment score. So we're technically at like Torment 0 or Torment 1 or something. There we go. Norseman and the Beast Huntress. This says Frost Spear, but they've changed this to physical damage. I'll talk about that again in the future when I do run that character. But basically the Norseman... Wasn't he over here before? I think he was over here before. But the Norseman, he does ice damage. So he did physical axes and then a Frost Nova every so many hits. And then AoE would increase like how often this would happen. So you'd get lots of hits, basically. Did we just get like a ton of gold there that it didn't show at the end screen? It said 5,000, but I thought it tallied the quests already. I guess it didn't. We got like 15,000 gold from quests. Anyways. Sorry, 250 enemies hit, and that includes any AoE of his dual axes, just the dual axes itself. Will then trigger a Frost Nova. So previously his axes were physical and his Frost Nova was ice. So he was melee physical, ice, AoE or projectile. And then this character was ice, ice, projectile, and physical melee summon. So they changed it so that this character is an ice character entirely. Excuse me. The dual axes are now elemental and ice both for their tags, which makes it so that this character is pure ice, basically. We didn't have a pure ice character. We had 2 half characters The Beast Huntress, I'm really not sure still what her role is. The Hound can be really good, but I'm not really sure what the spear is intended to be, because it's kind of it's a 1.2 every 5 hits you get an extra spear. I'm not really sure what the Beast Huntress is meant to entirely do. And I just feel like these two classes maybe are some of the least fleshed out. And it looks like they've been trying to flesh them out. So this pure physical, this pure ice. The Norseman is extremely fun. If you get enough attack speed, you are triggering Frost Nova just constantly. And it has a 100% chance at the Frost debuff, which makes it really fun. So we're just going to go over here. Oops. I bumped my mic. I might need to edit that out. So we got Echoing Band, we got Duelist Spark. Duelist Spark would also be really good on the Beast Huntress. You stay far away, probably the Warlock too. You stay far away while your minions do all the damage. We've got some new blessings up here. We actually had those before. We should have spark damage down here now. So like, it's pretty cheap to just do a couple points in that, and 20% damage, you know, on these is pretty good. You only get burn damage and spark damage from things that like specify them. I don't think global damage bonuses affect statuses. This is probably a really valuable pickup that would have helped us finish the run last time. So now that I have excess gold, 5,000 gold here is going to be useful. Not dying, of course, and actually just dealing the damage is better. But if you need that revive, do take it. It's cheap enough. Especially as you start getting to like level 3s of everything. Like, is another 10% health going to be the difference of you surviving a run? Is an extra 10% damage or pickup range or whatever? Like, it's super cheap, but you know, 40% extra pickup range here. Would that be worth, you know, the revive? Really up to you. But I'm going to say generally that 5,000 gold is really well spent on revives. I still have a personal opinion that a lot of items are very overpriced. I understand that they're meant to be very good, but I find them very overpriced. Like this one right here. I would say this one probably could be, you know, 6,000, and this one probably could be 4,000 or 5,000. You only have so many options early on, so what you find is what you find. So, like we found a crit ring, but we didn't have a bucket to bring it up. So we have no secondary ring. Item boxes can give you an extra bucket as well. So you can get bottles, you can get buckets, things like that. We go over here, just to finalize the episode. We got another... we got 8 total. Did I not pick one up in that last run? Did I miss one? I must have missed one in one of the runs. So like I think there's 3 in each area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I counted that right. So that would mean we're missing the fire region because we haven't done a search for ingredients on the fire area. And then we haven't done a search on the last area that we just unlocked. So I believe like Fire Paw, Salsify, and Sulfur are the fire ones. And then probably that one, maybe that one. Something over here is probably the last, not the, yeah, the last area would probably be something like these. So we probably missed one in this run. I thought I got them all, but maybe I did not. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Hope it made your day a little bit better. Hope you learned something about this game, either how to play it or how not to play it from my experiences here. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it this far, you probably like my content. Until next time.